actually. Oh, dear. Let's see, is it going to behave tonight? I wonder. Oh, actually the screen's come up. We might be in luck with a bit of luck. Good evening all. Give us a thumbs up underneath the video if it's working okay and you can hear me. I've managed to plug all the wires back in all the right holes again after the auction. Hopefully I have. Tonight, YouTube might decide to work properly. Anyway, let's have a look. Who's here? Evening, Elaine, Roger. Evening, Kevin. Hello, hello. Peter C. Ollie, Peter N. Peter and Stella. Good evening, good evening. Excellent. Never my voice will hold out. I'm knackered. Sitting here for 5 hours or whatever it was. You wouldn't think it'd be that exhausting, would you? But it is quite. Anyway, not to worry. Jolly good auction, I think. After all, it's going to be hard work today. I don't know why. Lots of nice stuff. Lots of long descriptions to read out. And I do try and give everybody the information and, you know, try and get the stuff sold. At the end of the day, it's what you all pay me to do. So, yeah. Hopefully, we found lots of new homes for lots of nice things. Evening, Paul. So, yeah, we'll have a look through the prices in a bit. For those of you who didn't during the auction, have a quick scout down the prices, see what was good and what was a bargain and what not. I've got a few snaps people have sent me from last weekend from Yarmouth and Wroxham. Have a look at those. Just dug out the pile. World's Fair and coin slot from March the 31st, 1984. So that's 41 years ago, isn't it? We'll have a quick shift through those, see what interesting things are happening. Anything else anybody's got to discuss? Next events, next auctions, anything else if I last that long. Right, marvellous. Where should we start? Mouthful of tea, I think, first before we do anything. You see, well done with today's auction. Quite a marathon. Yeah, it did seem to be a bit. I don't know why. There was that much stuff. I think it was just, yeah, as I say, nice stuff. Lots of nice machines that, you know, deserve a decent bit of description and just take longer to sell for some strange reason. Did try and rattle through it where we could with like spares and bits and bobs, bags of coins and things. So hopefully it didn't take too long. Anyway, right, so let's go over here and we'll have a look down the prices, see what sold. There's a few things that didn't. Anything that didn't sell, if you want to make an offer on the next day or two, see if we can get a few more bits sold. We usually do. Yeah, that's cool. Right. Should have the prices on then, hopefully. There we go. Right. So, eyes down for a full house, as we say. Are they governors? Lots 3 and 4. Lot 3, 940, the first one. 1,080, the second one. Evening, Mr. Tree Frog. Oh dear, I scrolled too far. These might blow out. As I told, the Jennings Duchess. Very lovely little machine. That 1,250. It's a sweet little thing. Now the Jennings Tomahawk crate opener, £36. A good toffee hammer, I thought. A couple of spits. I won't bother going for the spares. Sure you're not particularly interested in those. You can look them up. So look at the machines. The Bellamatic. There's a lot of interest in that. The six-reeler, the four-reeler. 2,350. Not seen one for a good while, and probably won't see one for a good while again. You never know. Although sometimes when you sell something, people think, "Oh, I've got one of those in the shed. If it's worth that much, I'll shove it in the auction." So you never know. But I don't know of any others in the pipeline. I'm just going to scroll this down a little bit so it gets rid of that thing on the bottom of the screen. There we are. That's better. The nice shiny high top, 540. The Furman's Roman head, 540 also. Quite like that in a strange sort of way. I'm quite intrigued by the Furman's machines. They've got one of them mad skyscrapers, which, yeah, paid a lot of money for, but love it. It's such a mad machine. The Castle front, the Royal Bell one, 580. A few more odd spares. The Sega Progressive 820, again, another one there was loads of interest in. The Diamond 4-star one, that one didn't go, so if you want to make an offer on that. More spares. Back to machines again, the Quadrille Aristocrat, the Hootsmon 340. And the Nevada, the Gold Star, a little resto project there, 150. Jubilees, the Riviera 440, nicely restored, ready to go, and the classic. I can't remember what the proper name for these are. I call them a classic flat front. There is a proper name for them. I don't know what it is. Anyway, 220. The Bell Fruits, 350 for the Charringtons of the beer one, and 460 for Caesar's Palace. Scroll too far again, haven't I? Let's see if I can get this right. Let's try it like that, see if that'll work better. The White City, Bowling White City, 630. Oh, my mouse is playing up today. It's worn out, like me. The Duchess, 240. What if I use the arrow keys? That might work better. Try that. The King Bandit, 110. The AWPs, which I just don't understand these at all, as you probably gather from me trying the video, trying to play them. Don't know what I'm doing with them. 47, the Super Adders and Ladders, 1600. The Solid Silver, 100, 330. And the Monopoly, 220. Needed fixing. Some little toy bandits there. 16, 4, 7, 6, 6, 4. A few more things. Oh, a sign, that's quite nice, wasn't it? The Penny Palace sign, £55. Do fire away if you've got any comments or questions or whatever as I'm going through. A couple of more little signs there, 14 and 7. The Tool Machines, these early ones, bit of a struggle to sell at the moment, some of the early stuff. So some went, some didn't quite. Some was quite closed, but they're quite sort of tight, firm reserves. People who bought them back in the day when they seemed to be making more than they do at the moment. So we tried to squeeze. A couple of them I got sold, just about, and a couple are still available. So if you're interested in any, get in touch. Anyway, the Pickwick made 860. The first of the Cresits didn't sell. I think the second one did. Yeah, the second one made 810. The Billiards, the BG Billiards, 1350. The Tivoli, well, it's at 840. They didn't quite go. The Tivoli's still available. That's, I don't know. I think I clicked the wrong button. I've sorted it now. Needed to be just a little bit more than that. The Goblet one, that didn't go. That's an interesting machine, that. Get in touch if you're interested. Nor the Soccer, nor the Pickwick. Oh, a bit of a little patch there of early things. Catchers. Nobody wanted catchers today. So that's how it goes sometimes. The Double Circle Loops, nice machine that. 1420. On a 74. Interesting machine, those. You've got to hold the handle and you can either play the top spiral or the bottom spiral. Quite an interesting thing. Good mechanism in it. The Sports Electra 950. That lovely little French All-Win. 1110. I could quite collect French All-Wins, but I mustn't collect anything else. It's silly. Yes, it's quite tempting. Or is my addictive personality, if I start collecting something, I can't stop. So I have to avoid collecting anything else. Bad, isn't it? Sinclair, good evening. All great results on the auction. Thank you very much. I hope I sold you something. I can't remember. I hope I sold everybody something, really. Some All-Wins. I think these next three, I think, were all ex-John Morley's, funnily enough. We sold them a few years ago. Been done up a bit since we sold them. The Skill Win, 500. The All-Win Deluxe, 460. And the other little all-win 400. The BM code didn't go. Still available. Evening Richard. Hello, hello. Not this time, Sinclair said. Oh well, next time. Sure, we'll find you something next time. The Fun, didn't get that one gone. It's the rarest of the ball past the arrow versions. If you're interested in that, get in touch. The Wonders Machines, the Patsy Fair, super original, that one. Yeah, 1650. Gone to a good home. Lovely machine. Still hard to find like that these days. The Pools, £800. I think it's gone to the same home. And the Win and Place 420, bit of a project that one, but keep somebody busy, won't it? Sorting it out, stripping it back and sorting out the cabinet and whatnot. Jet Play, 2000 on the Jet Play. That's perhaps the surprise of the day, maybe. I'm not sure. What do you all think? Was that the surprise of the day? A couple of very determined bidders. It's a rare, but it's one, as I put in the thing, it's one of the rarer Ollie Wales machines, and the best one I've seen of those, not faded. That blue on the back flashes always seems to fade really quickly, whatever blue ink or paint pigment they used. That one had obviously not been in the sun, so it's still nice and vibrant and blue. The back flash is pretty good as well. You always get this sort of tiny little cracks around the holes where the balls go in or out, but yeah, pretty good. So yeah, it's obviously going to make 4 figures, but crack the 2000. There you go. The Lucky 12, 660. Again, pretty good original one, that actually. Yeah, nice machine. Chocolate. Bridgewater's Penguin and Aero, a 1200. Now, who was it texted me about chocolate? Oh, I think it was Richard, actually, wasn't it? Somebody did earlier on. Hang on a minute. So I said I'd never heard of Bridgewater's chocolate. Somebody, whoever it was, said, yeah, it's Richard Connor, thank you very much. Bridgewater's chocks are made in the States. There you go. Now we know. So why American chocolate has ended up on an English machine with penguins and arrows, which are obviously English chocolate bars. Who knows? Isn't that interesting? Learn something every day, don't you? Anyway, nice machine. Again, lovely and original. Glass top flash and everything. £1,200. And the double your win, 580. The time limit, didn't get that one away this time. Unusual machine, those. So if you're interested in a time limit, because they hardly ever come up, then get in touch, see if we can do a deal. And the 9 Cup, I was surprised it didn't go. And we were looking for reasonable money for it, but it's such an original one. I don't think you would ever find a more original one than that. Original locks, keys, everything stamped up with the same serial number, machine cabinet, and both the keys. Hasn't been touched for 54 years at least. So if you want like the most original 9 Cup, get in touch, see if we can get a deal done. The Gap win, £1,100. The Pachinko, this really early one. Don't know who made this one. It's very difficult to find information on who made it because they all kind of look the same, really, unless they've got a name on them, obviously. But if anyone's a bit of an expert on Pachinko, they're quite fun machines, aren't they? Then let me know if you know who made it. Anyway, 260, the mechanical one. Then the more recent Pink Panther one, which all lit up and flashed and it's got a video screen in it and Pink Panther cartoons and God knows what else. And you made 200, so there you go. They like the early mechanical ones, it seems. Sky Jump, 1,080. Not had one of those for a while. Good, frustrating skill. Sometimes those machines are sometimes fun, and sometimes they're frustrating. Either are quite appealing, I think they are anyway, because you keep wanting to have another go and try and get better and better at it. So Sky Jump's one of those really good, frustrating, as I call them, frustrating skill machines. Anyway, 1,080. The Miniature Cricket, one of Pete Barson's, 420. The Tumbler, 460. Always a popular machine, those. I'm surprised they're kind of not made now, really, in a way. You think they'd still take money on site now, I'm sure. Such a simple little idea. There's a business opportunity for somebody there. Go and make some tumbler machines. Cascade 420. That's what they usually make, isn't it, these days? Some more bits. Won't bother with those. Scroll through those quickly. There you go. Bits. What else did we have? More bits. So, what did you think of the kind of the format of the auction? I tried to put all the, hopefully you gather all the bandits together, then the bandit bits, then all the wall machines and the wall machine bits, and like the arcade machines and the arcade machine bits, whatever there were, books and coins at the end. So hopefully the flow of the auction kind of made sense to people. Let me know what you think, if that was a good idea or not. If you prefer it all jumbled up. The fabulous roundabout bandit. Well, it's not really bandit, is it? But the roundabout machine. I think that was the highest price of the day, 6,550. There's a fierce battle going on between a collector in France and a collector here in the UK. And I'm pleased to say, not showing my bias, but, you know, it stayed here in the UK. So that's great news, because the past two that have been sold, they've both gone abroad. This one and another one we sold many years ago, if you didn't tune into the auction. And they were restored. One went to the States, got sold for $15,500 in the States, plus premium, ended up in Holland, the museum. The one that sold a few weeks ago for, what was it, $5,500 unrestored, plus ridiculous amount of buyer's premium. That's gone to Italy, I believe. So those two are gone, are not going to come back. And I think I know 6 others in total, including this one we sold today, and including the one I own. So now sort of 4 others in other collections, and I don't think they're ever going to come up for sale. So there's probably one and only chance to buy one. Amazing machines. So I'm not surprised it made top money, really. The pyramid, the early one didn't sell, but the later one did, interestingly. 1,320 for the later pyramid. So the early one's still available. Nice machine. The Calscops, neither sold quite. They're very close. If you're interested in either of those, one with a set of cards, one without, get in touch. We can probably do a deal. The little Imperial Shocker. Resto project, but all there, all complete, all nice and free, and apparently working. 760. That's quite an easy little restoration project, really, that one. The Majestic Moving Target Shooter, that was another one that got a lot of interest. A lot of people came to view it and play it and really liked it, with the chain drive ducks whizzing along the back and then little Zeppelin flying over every now and again. Good fun machine. Rare even in the States, those. 1,110. Good price. Like that number. I sold a couple of things with that number today. The Rollerball, Dennis Jezard little skill game, 330. Another fun, frustrating thing again. So hard to get a good score on that. Yeah. Play Golf, 260. The Clock, 360. Unrestored Clock, 320. And the Fruit Dial, 320, interestingly. The Magic Clock Trade Stim, Sweetened Clocks, 290. The little Beat It exhibit, I quite like the little Trade Stim. Just because there's so much going on such a little machine. It's quite a visual thing with the dice tumbling and the things spinning around and everything going on. 420, nice little machine. Gumballs, 75. Let me lose the thing again. It doesn't keep jumping so much then. We're driving half you mad, sorry. It's my mouse. The Comet King, 60. The Beaver Gumball, 75. The Craven A, 610 Black Cat machine. Again, it was such a lovely machine, this little Craven A. Sweet little thing. Best condition you're going to ever find one of those in. It's quite a rare one anyway. You get the players and the gold flake. They turn up a bit more often. but still in really good condition. They're hard to find. Always what happens is the transfers get worn or scratched on the front, or often we've had them in the past where the original cigarette, where it says Craven A on this one, the little cigarette packet as it is used as a transfer. Over the years, you know, they get used and the brands change or whatever, so they get use your cigarette packet box front glued onto it, and of course when you peel it off it just rips all the polish and the transfer off. So to find a good original one is not easy. So again, it was one of those that I knew it was going to make good money, which is just such a nice rare example really. The metal cigarette vending, that was a quite interesting one. 310. Postage stamps machine 270. The toilet door locks, there was loads of interest in these bizarrely this time. But they got all the bits, which is so rare, and a left hand and a right hand. I think they've both gone to the same collector. Probably they put them in the house, I expect. I don't know who made these ones, but they're so well made. When you kind of look at them, they're just so well engineered, so precise. It's incredible. So yeah, good bit of engineering. Some spares. A few more spares. All signs again. Penny Arcade Museum sign, £100. The don't use damaged coin sign, 85. And the change here, 360. Sounds a great auction. Hope you have suitably refreshed. Well, not really. I'm having a cup of tea. That's about it. I haven't had lunch yet or any dinner. I'm supposed to be on a diet, so that probably won't hurt me. Right, whether my voice will hold up for the live stream, who knows? The lovely jukebox, the Wurlitzer didn't quite go again. We're kind of nearly there, but not quite near enough. Get in touch if you're interested. Sounds great. Come and have a listen and a play. The clamshell again, the same. Just wasn't quite close enough on that one. The round tin mutoscope, 1040. The double feature mutoscope, 720. Good high price for the Duffield sign, which said, yeah, the Duffield things always seem to make good money, don't they? I think it made, last time I sold it, I think it made a couple £100. Sold it a few years ago. And it kind of opened everybody's eyes then. Mutoscope bits, cabinet 300, cash box 200, stand 300, top flash 380. Reels, there's no interest in reels today. If you want mutoscope reels, we've got several in stock before they go back home to their owners, so get in touch. Surprisingly low for the double muto. Yeah, the double muto. Maybe, I don't know, people don't like the designs. Because not many of those in the UK. That's the last one mutoscope made, so it's quite interesting for that, in that respect. In the past, I've had reels where they're half and half, where they're the double feature reels, but kind of not realised at the time you get a reel with two films in it and think, oh, it's been made up out of two. But no, that was a thing. That was interesting. The palmistry, orange palmistry, 1620. I decided I didn't need another one. I've got two. The Heimbau, I think it is, manufacturing. Astrology, very early machine, turn of the century, 820. Only one of those in the UK as far as I'm aware. Merlin didn't go, not far off. I think you got to 800, needs to be a little bit more. If you're interested in Merlin, give us a shout if we can get it sold. The Sex Meter, 250. The rather fabulous ticket machine, all cast iron, weighs about 4 tons, I think. It's unbelievably heavy. You get your money's worth in cast iron, that's for sure. 3,900, super machine, working. There you go, even with tickets in it. What could you want, really? The nice cigarette machine, 520. I was saying during the auction, even though I detest smoking, always have done, actual cigarette machines are usually quite nice machines, bizarrely. So, yeah, that's the way it goes, isn't it? Oops, scrolled too far again, sorry. The crane, the exhibit crane, 1800. Very nice crane coming next auction. End of May, keep your eyes open. The High Diver pin table, again, another one of those things everyone had come to the auction, had a play on, and everyone loved it. Good machine to play. Great graphics. Good fun with a girl diving in the pool in the back. And just it seems just quite a nice game to play for those early pinballs. Double flippers, which makes it more fun. 2 sets of flippers. So 1200. The Fireball, which I think is a fascinating machine. Fireball pin table, 1220. The little Archer pin table, 470. Tuck Shop, 450. Thought Tuck Shop might have made a little bit more because the amount of people always wanted them. But I guess because the sweets bit had been converted to penny payout, maybe that put some people off. Easy enough to put back again, I think. I don't think it's a big job to do that. But there you go. The little Hoopadoo, that was quite a sweet little pin table. 300. Looks better in the flesh, that one. I couldn't quite capture it on the photograph, but the main kind of base of the playfield is like gold paint. It just looks brown on the picture. It's actually gold. Try to reflect lights in it, it just bounced off the glass too much. So yeah, nice little thing. Original stand. The Basketball Champ's probably my favourite machine in the sale, second to the Roundabout. So I discounted the Roundabout because I own one. So that means the Basketball Champ, that was my favourite in the sale this time. And I think probably pretty much most people who came to view again and have a play of it. What a great fun machine. The second time I sold that one, made I think more or less the same price as it sold last time, funnily enough. I think it was just over 3,000 last time. Was it 3,001 I think last time I sold it? 3,050 today. Yeah, great machines. So much fun to play. The mini soccer, that didn't go. That's still available. Which said, I got the Top Shop, an old favourite. Yeah, great. Are you going to convert it back to Sweeties? Just need like a U-shape channel, don't you, to put the rolls of sweets in. They're good when the roll of sweets rolls down the glass, aren't they? Fruit polos or something, I think they had in because of the colours of the fruit polos. But yeah, it's quite good fun to play. Plays nicely, as you probably saw from the video. Yes, it says that'll be good then. Send us a picture when you've done it. Do they still make fruit polos? I don't know if they do. That's a good question, isn't it? Anyway, mini soccer, that's still available. The 2 helicopters. The Seeger 1340 and the Whirlybird 170. I'm hoping, I think they went to different people, so I'm hoping they're going to get restored. I don't know who they went to offhand, but I shall, when they get picked up, I shall, you know, if they're not our usual crowd that bought them, I'll hopefully get them to send them some pictures or some video clips or something when they get them restored. So I'd love to see them again done. Be great if they ended up on site somewhere, wouldn't it, in a museum or something, penny museum. I remember playing, I suppose it must have been there must have been the Seeger one probably when I was a kid. Kind of, you know, not really being quite high enough to peer into the cabinet and see what it actually did. Just wiggling the joystick things around. It'd be great to see one up and running again. So 340 for the Seeger helicopter and 170. Oh, exactly half the price. For the Whirlybird. The computer wins 210 for the one that's working or just about working. Well, it is working. It probably wants a good service before it's put to any work, if that makes sense. And 180 for the second one, which needs motors. Otherwise, okay, I think. The little coin pusher 240. The trikes 190 and 110. Interesting, the police one didn't make so much, isn't it? Quite amusing, really. I think they both went to the same buyer, so I'll give them the chargers to go with them. They can whiz them around the garden. I think that was it, wasn't it? It was just spares then. Spares and coins, books, nothing out of the ordinary. I don't think in that lot, was there? Cool, there we go then. Marvellous. Let's get back to here a minute. So that was that. So next auction is end of April. Well, that might have to creep into May because I'm super busy. End of April, we've got inquest to deal with for several days. So yeah, the April one might have to move. But in theory, end of April is the collectibles auction. End of May is the next machine auction. So if you're collecting your goodies the next few days, if you want to bring stuff for you for the next 2 auctions, then you're very welcome to. I did say in the auction, and it's out with the invoices, but just briefly again, collection tomorrow and Tuesday at God Manchester's fine. I'm away Wednesday through Friday. Saturday I'll be at the Elephant House in Leamington in the morning, about 11 till 12. So then I'm scooting off to collect another whole collection in. So I can only do that kind of short window of time. And then Sunday we'll be back at the God Manchester warehouse. Very complicated, isn't it? For collections on Sunday. So that's sort of the next week planned for your collections. But yeah, bring stuff with you for the next sales by all means. All right. So events, the next event is Paul's, that's 6th of July. A bit near the time I'll get a page up for that to book tickets and that. So I've got here a few pictures from last weekend, which I missed very annoyingly because I was away doing a telly job. Find the right folder. Hopefully I managed to resize all these. I was doing it in a rush after the auction this evening. Let's have a look. Hang on a moment. Here we go. Right. So who sent? I think Kevin sent these in. Lucas having a fabulous time by the looks of things at Merivale Penny Arcade. So Saturday, sort of Saturday was an informal meeting at in Great Yarmouth at Merivale, and then Sunday was the official one at Miniature World at Wroxham. So, but a good few people did both and stayed overnight in Yarmouth and went out Yarmouth for dinner in the evening. So there we are. Jolly time was had by all. Right. Here we go. That's outside Merivale. Getting them addicted young. That's what we like to see. Get them into the machines. Lovely. That's got to be the best shot of the weekend, isn't it, really? In Zach's, in Yarmouth, for dinner and big ice creams. The times I've done that in the past. Very, very jealous. Very good. A few more from Merivale. Busy playing. We've missed out on more at Merivale. People apparently have already gone to Pete about the next one. I'm not sure if he'll do it again. We'll have to ask him very nicely. Martin fixing something. I don't know what happened there, but I think there was a busy fixing something at Merivale. Working model of some sort. Working wonders, digital wondrousness. And then this is a Miniature World at Wroxham. I've still not been there myself yet, so. Which is, I think the arcade's been open a few years now. I've still not managed to get there. Never mind. This summer, sometime I'll get there. But because there's lots of other things to do there as well as the arcade, of course. There you go. Roger propping up a change machine. Not sure what he was doing there, but there you go. Maybe he was guarding the change machine. Who knows? The Wembley Glide or something that machine's called, and it's quite rare, that merchandiser that Paul's leaning against. Yeah, quite a crowd. I think Peter says about 40 people went to Wroxham, so it's quite a good crowd. It's good for you. I don't know how many machines Peter's got in. I don't think he's on tonight, is he? I think he's having a rest. got quite a few machines in Wroxham. Yeah. Good time was had by all, apparently. There you go. All good stuff. There we are. Back to square one. Right, so yes, so next one will be 6th of July. Pop that in your diaries if you haven't done already. Down in Essex, down in Clacton for Paul Mitchell's. And then 13th and 14th of September up north, doing Woodbank again on the Saturday. And then Sunday we're going across the country up north to Darren's new arcade, which opens soon, hopefully. I'm not sure he's got it open for Easter or not, if he's managed to, but hopefully open for May, I think. And hopefully later in the year we'll also organise something for the Fairground Heritage Trust Museum and Arcade in Bedfordshire, which opens soon. I've seen pictures of it, it's coming along nicely. And also people have been on to me about organising a trip to the big museum in Holland. I'm like, gosh, can't somebody else organise it? I'm not sure I've got time. I'd love to go. So yeah, that's something else to think about. Not for the next few weeks. I'm rather busy, to put it mildly. But if anybody else fancies organising a trip to Holland, so I can just go, that'd be great. Probably toward the end of the year, like October, November or something. Kevin says, oh, Sinclair says, was a good catch up at Wroxham. Indeed, it looks like you all had a rather fabulous time, doesn't it? Kevin says, how about a meet on the 5th of July on Clacton Pier or Walton Pier and then dinner in Clacton? Well, that sounds like quite a good idea, doesn't it? We need some recommendations for eateries in Clacton or Walton then. If anybody knows any, that would be good. Tom said he'd go to Holland. Yes, definitely I want to do Holland. I'd quite like to do, if we're going to Holland, I mean, people are saying, oh, you know, you could just kind of organise a meet up there. In other words, everyone make their own way to Holland, book their own hotel and whatnot. Yeah, fine. That's probably the best way to do it in a way. But I also like to go to some other good museums. I'd love to go to Favance Museum in Paris, the big fairground museum. Amazing fairground collection. A lot of the stuff from the original Wookie Hole auction went there. And I think some more stuff from the Russ Hutchinson's collection, a lot of which was from Wookie Hole originally, which sold last summer. It's gone there as well, so that's well worth visiting. I've never been, but seeing photographs looks fantastic. So I can do Paris and then go to Holland and do the museum there. I also love to go to Efteling as well, theme park, which is by all accounts even better than Disney. So yeah, but I could do that, couldn't I? Just meet you all in Holland, I suppose. We'll see. You could do it. You could do like a good week's tour, but you need a proper tour manager to organise that. Really, when I used to do the tours to Ross Marlin years ago when I did the magazine, if anyone's still old enough to remember that, or could still remember it, when we did the trips to the jukebox show, which took 3 coachloads one year. But at the time, I knew somebody who owned a travel company, so they organised it all. I don't know how they did it so cheap, to be honest, because we had 3 days, I think it was 3 nights in the hotel, plus coach travel all the way there and all the way back. And it was something like 85 quid a head or something, less than £100 a head, amazing. So, yeah. If anybody knows a tour operator or like a coach operator or something who would, you know, who's got the kind of the what's the word, logistical ability to organise that kind of thing, because it's quite complicated, that we could talk to, I'd be, you know, be interested in having talks, as it were. Anyway, so yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Ollie says, didn't the Dingles Ride and Arcade go to a museum in Tamworth? They're in Bedfordshire, Stockfold way somewhere. So yes, all that lot is opening soon. I don't think Adam's on tonight, the FHT chairman, but yeah, I've seen pictures of it. It's progressing nicely. The arcade's been, or has been, built up again. and the machines are going back in it again. Rides are built up. I believe it opens in May, so soon. So yeah, it'd be great to do a trip there. Paul says, yes, Clacton Pier, not Walton Pier. Okay, great fish and chips shops opposite the pier, Tom says. Marvellous. Peter says, please not Walton. Nobody seems to not much love for Walton going on at the moment. I do my best to support all piers, whatever we can do, really, because I know how hard it is. I've been there, done it, as you all know. So, yes, whatever we can do to, in our own tiny little way, to support any tourism at any seaside, really, then please do. Anyway, Mr. Tree Frog says, best in town. Okay, some FHT rides are going to Hollycombe, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going where, but yeah. Another one we could do, I suppose, sometime. It'd be Hollycombe. Haven't been there for years. Maybe that we could get Richard to organise that, couldn't we? Yeah, that might be a trip, mightn't it? Trip to Hollycombe. Go on the Razzle Dazzle. Possibly my most favourite fairground ride ever. It's so mad. Let's assume health and safety haven't closed it down. They probably have by now, haven't they? Don't know. Is the Razzle Dazzle still running? What a great ride. Ollie says Efteling looks great. It does. It looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? What about Wookiee? Yes, Wookiee we could look at some point. Not sure how good the arcade is now. I haven't been to Wookiee, well, not since Jerry died, sadly. I used to call in if I was that way. See Jerry, have a cup of tea. Jack says, evening Steve, credit where credit's due on today's auction. I'll drop you a text about one of the machines that didn't sell to see if we can strike a deal. Cheers. Excellent. Yep, do that. See what we can do. Simon says, a pie and mash shop in Clacton. Okay. Fish and chips, pie max. Richard said he could liaise with Hollycombe. Yeah, do that by all means. Have a chat with them and see what they're up to. Pudding 67. What's happening with Southport Pier Arcade? I don't know. Since Clive, how can I put it? Since Clive no longer operated it after a few years ago, he was ousted basically, which was a bit of a shame. I don't know. I've not been to Southport since, to be honest. If anybody knows, they've been to Southport recently, because basically Clive used to have the arcade there, and then when it came up for tender, the guy who had the cafe in that building won the tender for the arcade as well. I probably shouldn't really comment publicly about how and why that came about, but anyway, took over the arcade, and I can put it politely, it wasn't quite so successful, shall we say. Yes, I have to be trying to choose my words carefully so not to upset anybody, but yeah. So I don't know is a short answer to that one. If anybody knows, info on Southport. Ollie seconds Wookiee whole idea. Kevin says he hasn't been to Wookiee since Jerry passed away either. The arcade was pretty good though. Yeah, it always was good arcade there. Lots of nice stuff. And nicely laid out as well, Wookiee hole. But no, haven't been to Wookiee for a while either. I've been so busy the past couple of years. Razzle Dazzle still going. Yay! Used to drive it. Very scary to drive. It needs a lot of body multitasking. I'm honestly surprised health and safety haven't shut it down. I think it's fabulous. I'd love to own that. Don't know why. Just is such a mad ride. Yeah. Because that didn't was it Brighton Rosa bought it, didn't he? Then he managed to get an export ban on it to stop it going over to Switzerland. I think it was Brighton Rosa, wasn't it? That's another good place to go. I've never been to, seen pictures of in Switzerland. Ritonio Brighton Moses, big. If any of you remember, there used to be a place in Northampton called Turner's Musical Merry-Go-Round. It's like a big industrial building, boring building, but in it had a set of gallopers, and did like a dinner show and fairground organs and things. So Brighton Moses Place is a bit like that, really, like a cabaret dinner show thing. There's a big collector of fairground art, mechanical music, organs, pianos, all that kind of stuff, machines as well, slot machines, jukeboxes. And so they do like a cabaret show thing. And every now and again, I'm not sure if he still does, but he used to do an auction every 1 or 2 years. Basically, just go around the place and sort of stick lot numbers on things randomly, it seems. I'm not sure anything was ever really for sale, unless you want to bid a lot of money for it. But he's got a lot of stuff. Some really lovely hoopla stalls set up in there, like as bars and buffets for the food and drinks and whatnot. Really fabulous. I think it's a big Mercury one of Fred Fowler's best round stalls he did. Sits in there. Amazing thing. But a bit of a trek to Switzerland, maybe. France, Holland, Switzerland. It's a bit of a drive, isn't it, that one? David says, evening all, finally found my password to sign in. Yay, well done. Did I sell you anything today? Hopefully I did. David P, good evening, good evening, good evening. I think I sold you something extremely heavy, didn't I? Excellent. Like selling heavy things, but hello, good evening. Yeah, so lots of potential there for jollies, isn't there, really? All I'll say is if other people want to take on organising some jollies, I'm very happy to promote them to mailing list and everybody and put them on the website and all that. But me personally, finding time to organise jollies with everything else I do is tricky. So there'd be more jollies if some other people took up organising them. Is that a polite way to put it? Probably is, isn't it? Yeah, super. Right, what else was I going to show you? Oh, I was going to show you, I added a few more bits to the website lately. The other night, it's just I was doing, I think I was waiting for all the YouTube videos to upload. It takes a few hours. I was scanning a few more bits of documents and things in. So if you go to the Colcon website here, on the little museum icon, the third icon along, click on there. It's got all the latest stuff added onto the website. What did I add that was interesting? Oh yeah, this pusher. Who made this one? Super Drop. Anybody know who made Super Drop? Found a picture of that somewhere. Can't remember where I got it from now. Oh, don't remember seeing that one ever. I think it's sort of it's a very poor quality photo, unfortunately. But I think, is it a sort of a, is it like a Wild Westy theme? I think. I'm not sure. Anybody recognises it or knows who made that one? I'm sure Paul will know. David says he's got his next... Oh, the Seagull helicopter. Oh, excellent. Oh, okay. In that case, the Seagull helicopter will be up and running, won't it? Marvellous. Oh, well, you have to let us know when that's done. We might pile down to yours to have a look at it. There might be a jolly on its own. Be great to see that going again. Oh, well, there we are. Now where the Seagull helicopter's gone. Yeah, Super Drop. Anybody knows who made it Super Drop? Let me know. That'd be good. What else did I find I put up? Jameson's going to shoot the bandits. Found a picture of that, one I've not seen before. Don't think, I can't remember seeing this one. Paul says he's not seen that one before. Oh, the pusher. Oh, that's interesting. Paul hasn't seen it. Must be rare. So Jameson shoot the bandits. Pencil machines. Oh, a Brenco telescopic target shoot. I don't know where this photo come from. Can't remember. It looks like a relatively recent photograph. I'll cut the background off it, so I think that exists somewhere. So whether that's sat in the back of an arcade or somebody's shed or somebody's collection, I'm not sure. If anyone knows where that is, well, obviously not for somebody's house, but you know what I mean. If it's in an arcade somewhere or something, let us know. Tom's got the top flashes off the target shoots. Oh, cool. Not off this machine, I hope, because this one looks like it's probably working wherever it was. But it seems to be a bit like the because it delivers your target. I think like the Sega Rifleman, where it spat out like a little card, your target on, paper target. So it'd be a good thing to see running wherever that is, if anybody knows. What else did I find? This one, which is Streets Marksman, 20p it says on there. So again, I assume that exists still somewhere. I think somebody sent me that picture. I don't know, I get sent odd pictures now and again. People say, have you seen this? Have you seen that? I don't know where they come from. Probably found on the internet or Facebook or something somewhere. Someone says you love that machine. Target shooting, yeah. So that was another one I found. A couple of other shooters. Anything else interesting on there? Just put a couple of nice French machines. Some archivey stuff. I found flyer for the helicopter. Here, Davis, if you want a copy of that. If you want one without the cold config, like just everything automatically uploads with that on it. If you want one without that on it, let me know and I'll email it to you. If you can't find it, I found it online somewhere. Oh, I found one for the 4 crown as well. Look, 4 crown advert or flyer. Good. Wild was that was a shooter. Something else. Whittaker Treasure Bay Pusher. Buster Ball. Interesting little sort of trade stimmy pinball-y thing. Quite good. Other shooters. What was that? Oh, a different platform ticket machine. It's very similar but different. I don't know who made all these. I suspect they're probably somebody like Avery, I would think, who made the big cast iron weighing scales with their type of thing, and they made some of the gold chains as well for various people. Wouldn't be surprised if it was them. Oh, and this little thing, the little Sega trade stim with the Clover Bell. We've had a couple of found a flyer for one called Blackjack, which is a blackjack machine. Never seen one in the flesh. That was interesting. Okay, any new pages I put up? Anything else interesting? A few things I've got to find some pictures for yet, but anything down there was oh, different gold change. I haven't got this one. Anyone's got one of these? They feel they don't need anymore. I'd be interested in buying it for my collection of gold changers. Palace's patent gold changer. Bit of a ropey photograph. You get the idea. Could do one of them. Haven't got that one. Yeah, so there we are. So more stuff. It's always worth having a look there. I do try and keep adding stuff on the just on the homepage of Colcon, where it says database building. We sell there in pages that have been added to or updated, whatever. Have a look every now and again. Jack says there's a marksman on Timoth Pier still. Oh, that's interesting. Not worked for years, but still on the floor. I wonder if it's that one then. Maybe it was that one. It did look like it might be on a site somewhere, the photograph. I cut the background out because I always do, but what have I done with it? The marksman. 20p. So obviously, yeah, it's on site somewhere. Maybe that was the one then. If anybody's in that area, have a look on Timoth Pier. I wouldn't mind a photograph if you can get a photograph of the whole machine, because there's only half a picture. Often difficult because there's usually too many things around machines, but nice to get a photograph of the whole thing. Probably not many of those left. It might be the only one that's left, so perhaps someone could try and buy it and save it. There you go. It's worth having a look, isn't it? See what it's about. But yeah, the other one then, this one, I don't know where that is. That's what the whole thing looks like. Very dodgy photograph, but I need to scale these pictures a little bit better for YouTube, don't I? But yeah, that's a Brenco. I know everyone loves a Brenco. There we are. Right. What else should we look at? Don't know. Let's find a picture. Oh, we have to look at the papers. Is what we need to do, don't we? Look at the papers. I'll leave that one up there. That's quite colourful, isn't it? Yeah, that. If anyone knows what that is, or if you think, that cabinet looks like another pusher that I know about. I couldn't see anything else I got details of that was in a similar cabinet with that kind of. So it's obviously six-sided, and the top flash three-sided, kind of curved, and up on chromy looking kind of legs. Interesting. Don't know. Super drop. Right, shall we have a quick look through the papers, and that'll probably be it then. And I will go and have some dinner because I'm starving. Let's see what was happening in the papers. Any questions, comments, or anything else, fire away. I'll keep an eye on them and do my best to answer. Let's just pull out the coin slot. The World's Fair. I think they're a bit thin this week, so they won't take long to go through. Must have been a thin week on the news. Where's the market trader? Pull that out. Particularly interested in the market trader, are we? Right, I'll have a quick scout through. World's Fair. This is March 31st, 1984. Let's see anything exciting happening. Let's have a look and see. Probably not. Showman scuppered by new arcade and pub. Oh dear. A new amusement arcade and public house mean that travelling showmen planning to take a short break beside the sea at Ingold Mills near Skegness will have to look for fresh sights in future. Both grounds are almost across the road from each other in the heart of caravan country at Vickers Point, Anchor Lane. On the larger of the sites, a new amusement arcade is being constructed next to the Fun World Arcade, and on the smaller piece of land next to Gray's Arcade, work is going ahead on building a public house. So the fairs can't go there anymore. Yeah. Flight simulator for the leisure industry. Rediffusion Simulation has announced that it is to apply its advanced flight simulation technology to the leisure industry for the formation of a new company, Interactive Entertainment, based in Toronto. The firm has been set up as a joint business venture between Crawley, Sussex-based Rediffusion Simulation and two Canadian firms, etc., etc. Big simulators, like a simulator. Several changes at Coney Beach. As always, Coney Beach, Porth Call, appears spotless prior to its first open day of the season on March 18th. But behind the glistening paint and the polish, a lot of hard work has gone into the refurbishment of the rides to make sure they're safe and trouble-free. Superloop has been completely renovated. Water chute cars have all been rebuilt, and much work's been done on the Cyclone. Well, that's good to hear, isn't it? Kevin said, Flambard's auction happened this week. From what I can gather, a lot of individual bits went to collectors in Cornwall. Someone I follow on Instagram went and took a video. I'll try to find it. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, the Flambard's one was just so far away from most people, wasn't it? I think that was half the trouble with it. A big chunk of it got sold prior to the auction, isn't it? I think it's going to another amusement park somewhere to be rebuilt, the kind of the shop museum bit. So hopefully that's all be kept together. Yeah, I didn't buy anything from it. A tribute to Fred Fowle. That undisputed king of fairground decorators, the late Fred Fowle, could have wished for no finer obituary than is provided by the special commemorative winter edition of the Fairground Mercury, quarterly magazine, the Fairground Station of Great Britain. Anything exciting on there? probably need the copy of the Fairground Mercury, really. Okay, fair enough. Chatterbox. Right, let's see what's for sale in the Fairground world. Then we'll have a look at the slot machine world. Staff wanted for Dodgems. Staff wanted for Dodgems. Staff wanted for Dodgems. Staff wanted for Dodgems. Everybody wanted staff for Dodgems. There's 4 different adverts for staff for Dodgems. That's curious, isn't it? There's a Colston Juvenile roundabout, hand turned, folds up for towing with a car. Oh, I know those little ones. They're quite sweet, those. £500. A supercar helter-skelter. I nearly bought one of those once, but not having an HGV. There was a lot of it. A supercar kiddies track with 6 cars, 3 new fiberglass noddy type styles, and 3 others. Cheap to save storage, £550. Hoopla. Any more with prices on? It's always the problem in the world. It's Ghost Train, excellent. No price. Had a Ghost Train once for about 24 hours. It's now in Folly Farm. Have you been to Folly Farm? I briefly owned that Ghost Train. 9-foot diameter platform juvenile roundabout. Seats 12 as new. 3,800. 9-foot diameter. That can't be right, surely. It's very small. Go-karts, £595. For sale, old cars, vintage car ride, adult and kiddie ride in excellent condition. Made in West Germany, 450 French francs. Okay. Lights, 25p each. Mitchell's hydraulic lifting jet ride, 8x4 seater, fiberglass cars. Current test certificate, £5.5 grand. A fun bag, 500 quid. Colson Sea on Land, juvenile. Oh, that's a sweet little thing. I've just seen a picture of one of those at Black Country Museum. Alex's Fair there. That's another, that might be another day out at the Black Country Museum sometime. Vintage Fairground. Most of Carter's, not most of Carter's, but a lot of Carter's stuff has gone there. To Alex Hyman runs it, and Penny Arcade as well. So yeah, that might be another day out in the Brummie area. Good museum as well. We filmed there a couple of times for different things back in the day. Filmed, what did I film there? We did WPC 56. Who remembers that? Something else, I think, as well. What, with Father Brown or something? No, it wasn't Father Brown. I can't remember what it was. Something else. I think I filmed there twice. Upright pole 10-car paratrooper, 35,000. An ice cream catering vehicle. Ooh, £2.5 grand in Norwich. Small goldfish, £12.50 per 100. If you need any small goldfish, handy. Bags, £1.20 a 100, and fish food, £3.60 per 36. In the good old days when you could have goldfish as prizes. 5,000 assorted metal badges, football style, ideal for giveaway or auto gift machines, 30 quid. Excellent. Right, what else do we want? Okay, that's it for the sales, I think. Anything else in here? Switchback restoration is progressing well. In a progress report to shareholders issued this month, Switchback Ventures have detailed work carried out so far on their scheme to restore the rodeo switchback to full working order, which is of course now with the FHT. Since their open day last November, great strides have been made in the creation of suitable transport for this historic ride. Lorries, da la la. Be mostly about the lorries. Bottom spider of the machine's been realigned. The original Savage drawings, loaned from the Kingdom Museum. Chisel has been reconstructed. The original plans. Yeah, it had been hoped that the late Fred Farr would advise on the decoration of the ride. Fred had worked on the machine when first employed at Lakins in the early 1930s. Oh, wow. And with his impending retirement offering him the chance of some spare time, he had already indicated his willingness to help. Sadly, Fred's untimely death at the end of last year put an end to this plan. But his former partner, Mr. Billy Hall, had stepped into the breach and has kindly offered to prepare decoration patterns and suitable colour schemes. Oh, that's a shame, wasn't it? There we go. Cottle's opened with a new look show. Jerry Cottle Circus in its new form opened in the 1984 season at Hills Meadow, Reading, before moving on to Swindon. The show was using the old blue canvas top of Austin Brothers Circus. The new Cottle material being made by Brian Austin, not being ready for its opening date, etc., etc. Okay, Birmingham not to ban animal circuses, all good. The Birmingham City Council operate sites for circuses over a wide area in and around the city, and there has been a lot of pressure on them to impose a ban on circuses with animals by the RSPCA and animal activists. However, following a recent meeting between representatives of the Association of Circus Proprietors, the council and local government officers, it has been decided not to impose such a ban. There you go. How long that lasted till they did. For sale, an old type set of chairplanes, £4,000, 624. Okay. Originally intended as the occasion for a private party, the launch of John Carter's newly rebuilt steam yachts, Columbia and Britannia, at White Waltham Aerodrome in Berkshire on Sunday, April 1st, will now be open to everyone interested. John Carter told the World's Fair a few days ago that he had initially issued invitations to the launching to personal friends and to preservation groups whose members had helped in various ways to bring the project to fruition. Some of these groups had referred to the event in the World's Fair. Now, since the occasion was an open secret anyway, he felt the fairest thing was to invite everyone along regardless of their affiliation to any particular group, club or society. Harry Lee's travelled down from Yorkshire, etc., etc. New Organ by Michael Dean, yada yada yada. Of course, steam yacht's now in Birmingham. So yeah, maybe we can do a Birmingham, another. Gosh, there'll be so many meetings at this rate, won't it? It'd be great. Okay, let's have a look at the coin slot. Just only old slot at Flambard's auction was a boxing machine for 1650, probably a Shepherd's, but not sure. Yeah, that the boxing machine, that was, I think it was something like a Mills cabinet with a Shepherd's mechanism and an Aaron's base plate or something. It was a right Bitzer. So yeah, there's a few vending machines, wasn't there, as well. There's a lovely little Bovril vending machine, little red one. I've got one. Sweet little thing. It made about 600 or 700 quid, I think. Yeah, nice little thing. I've left a picture of a pusher up. Sorry, while I've been gabbering away. Let me put some pictures up of the Norfolk meet again. We'll leave them scrolling through because they're quite fun, aren't they? Right. Phil Crow, evening. Very late to the party. Excited about getting the Fireball. Excellent. It's a fab machine. I love it. It's such a fun thing to play. And it was, yeah, it was, I don't know, like I said, I think for its day, 1937 was it? But it must have really amazed people, really, that kind of light beam thing. You play it in the dark so you can see the beam of light bouncing up and down the mirrors. What a fun thing. Yeah, I like it. Nice machine. Really lovely condition as well. You won't be disappointed with that. Kevin, the Circus Animal Band came in around 85, 86, I think. I remember seeing some animals on a local field near me a year or so before that. I remember seeing protesters at Blackpool Pleasure Beach too. Yeah, yeah, I remember coming in Cambridge way. I remember years ago, Jerry Cott was coming to Cambridge with elephants and lions and tigers and things. As a kid, I used to love it. It was always my favourite circus. And then all those years later, I got to know Jerry, so that was very nice. And Phil says restored the. Oh right, cool. The Fireball 10 years ago. Yeah, after we sold it, presumably. We had it. We sold it initially. Yeah, good machine. Love it. The box of Flambards had Mills, Case, and Armand's make. Oh, there they are. Something like that. Yeah. Mills, Case, Armand's make. Did it have a Sheffers dial as well? I think, or something. Bit of a mismatch, wasn't it? Never mind. Right, coin slot. Let's have a look what's in the coin slot. From March the 31st, 84. Always try and find a bit of gossip. There's usually some good gossip in the coin slot, isn't there? Legal battle during coin-op. Always sounds juicy. A legal battle's opening shots were fired across the floor of the Coin-op 84 exhibition in Dublin by two of its leading exhibitors. Sounds juicy already. It began on the first day of the show when Kimball Ireland Limited's James McCann had a writ served on Norhout Limited and some of the individuals amongst its principals. Cited were Desmond Mullen, Anne Mullen, Kieran McSharry, Pat O'Donnell, Norhout Limited and Northwest Automatics. The writ alleged infringement of copyright and passing off and was initiated by Mr. McCann in relation to a game called High-Low Poker. On the afternoon of the second day of the show, Norhout replied when injunctions were served on Mr. McCann and his brother George. It alleged breach of Norhout's copyright and passing off in respect of High-Low Poker and ordered that Mr. McCann and his brother cease immediately to sell or offer for sale the game and that they should immediately be removed from the company's stand on the show. That sounds exciting, doesn't it? Throwing writs around at a trade show. Marvellous stuff. Richard said, got to go. Hope your voice holds out. Steve, cheers, or good day. Good evening, all. Yes, Kevin said, Jerry was a lovely guy. He was indeed. Yeah, always had time for a chat. His daughter and granddaughter are keeping the circus going at Wookie. Yeah, so I've not been down there for a while. I must get back there. But yeah, it was a great chap. Such a shame. Yeah, we always have time for a cup of tea to Jerry every time we go. So I used to sort of be in the area when I did a lot more on the road, collecting machines or flying around or whatever. You just call in and have a cup of tea. Great. Right. Any other juicy gossip in the coin slot? Well, my voice finally gives in for the evening. Don't think it's far off. Adverts, anything exciting? Bellfruit Mystique. Okay. Risk disc. I think that was the last one, wasn't it? Anything? Must be something exciting in here, surely. Technical stuff. We want juicy gossip. I like juicy gossip or something interesting for sale. Arcade or centre? Question mark. Inspector defines. When does an amusement arcade become an amusement centre? The question and the answer to it is becoming increasingly significant part of obtaining planning permission, or not, as the case may be. A recent appeal case involving the extension of an existing arcade into an adjoining unit in Bolton Street, Blackpool, explored the very issue fully, and the result of the public inquiry shows clearly how important the distinction is. Oh, well, that sounds a bit technical. Don't think we'll have to read all that. Some planning row. Okay. The Ireland show where the writs were served. Anything exciting on for there? Not terribly by the look of it. Oh dear. Let's see, anything for sale then? A Streets 2-gun rifle range, £595. How about the top 10? Jukebox top 10. Let's have a look at that. Number 10, Thompson Twins with You Take Me Up. Number 9, Galaxy, What Do I Do? Number 8, Break Machine with Street Dance. Number 7, Depeche Mode with People Are People. And number 6, Sade with Your Love Is King. Number 5, Bananarama, Robert De Niro's Waiting. At number 4, Shakin' Stevens with A Love Worth Waiting For. Excellent. Number 3, Weather Girls, It's Raining Men. Number 2, Culture Club with It's a Miracle. And at number 1 was Lionel Richie with Hello. Not sure quite how he pronounced hello, was it? But there you go. Right, anything else for sale? Clearance sale. What have they got? Hunchback, £175. I think these are videos. Puckman, 125. Crazy Kong, 125. Tato Defender, 250. Harlem Globetrotters, 125. Playboy Pin Table, 85 quid. There's a Morris Shepherd's Gold Award Prize Bingo Unit, 30 player, complete with console and monitor. Each position's got a swivel seat, no less. There you go. Who doesn't want one of them? Prize finder 10p, 25 quid. Bonus nudge 10p, 25 quid. Add a nudge 5p, 50 quid. Each way shuffle 50 quid. Tuppenny chance £100. They put all their strip machines that will make like £2 now, I should think. Triple way cranes and PCBs. Let's see, what else did we have for sale? Crompton's Klondike Busher. Streets Buccaneer, 4 player, 1p play, £695. Crompton Splashdown, 8 player with changes, £895. Gayton Super Drop, is that not what we looked at? Oh wow. Well, there we are. I've answered the question. Super Drop Pusher was made by Gayton. 6 player, 2p play, 450 quid. How spooky is that? That is surreal. I honestly didn't know that. I just found this picture of that pusher. Oh, well, that's pretty fab, isn't it? Right, okay. I'll update that in a bit. So it's a Gayton Super Drop. Crompton Moonraker, £350. Bellfruit Wind Drops, £75 each. Bellfruit Cash Winners, £75 each. And an Atari Sprint 4 player racer, 425 quid. Gayton Super Drop. That's really quite spooky, isn't it? Ah, there you go. So if that's for sale second hand in 84, it's probably going to be 80s, isn't it? 1980-ish, yeah, probably. What else have we got for sale then? AWPs. Videos, pins. Pinball Champ, £400. Soccer King, £450. Black Knight, £350. Asteroids, 150 quid. Donkey Kong Jr. Original, £300. Pinballs, Williams Gorgar, 250. Williams Contact, 150. And the Bally Vector, 350. Oh, a bar. This is a bit mad tonight. There's a Barcrest Super Adders and Ladders, which we sold one of today. Barcrest Super Adders and Ladders, £425. Spooky stuff. It was obviously meant to be this issue, wasn't it? Videos. Pin tables, nothing madly exciting there for sale. See if there's anything else interesting for sale other than the usual. Rockola Star Castle Upright. What was that? Oh, a Rockola Star Castle Upright. £125. Don't know what that is. Summit Ultimate Bellfruit 2-step Bellfruit Reward, 150 quid. Crompton's Freefall 8 player, 1,500. A Scoopy Egg Vendor, £175. I had one of those. They were a good little machine. Scoopy Acre in there. 10 Barcrest downhill racers, 25 quid each. 5 Barcrest up and aways, 25 quid each. Silver Jubilee, 10p pusher, 125 quid. There's a few interesting things for sale this week. Learn something every day, Paul says. Yeah, on the pusher. Yeah, that's what we like. That's what it's all about. Keep on learning. Keep on learning. Aristocrat clickety-click fruit machines, 150 quid each. From Newbie Automatics. Anything else for sale? Attention arcade owners. Situations, amusements, and any amusement arcades for sale. They're quite interesting, aren't they? No. Prices. What have we got here? Like the tunnel JPMs. No, that might be about it on the sales front, I think. Which else has got prices on? Annoyingly. I think that's probably it then. For this week in the coin slot. Right, I'm going to leave that page open so I remember to update that pusher page in a minute to the gate, or I'll forget. Because my brain's a bit frazzled today, unsurprisingly. Where was it? There we are. It's there, but there. Right. Super. Goodness me. David says, got several things to come up to you as need to clear some space. Rotor Fruit, Elephant Vendor, 12th scale fairground that was on sale, which Hunters Restorers, Ferris wheel Golden Eggs. Oh, excellent. All sounds good. Yep, bring it up with you. When you collect the helicopter thing. Yeah. Super. More stuff for next auctions. Excellent. Right, so there we are. So Monday, Tuesday, I'm around. Book in a time slot from your invoice email. That way it's all in one place, because people, I get the odd text from people or the odd email or something, and it all gets all over the place, and then it's difficult for me to keep track of. So if you're booking on the system, that's what it's there for. Click the link that comes with your invoice where it says view invoice, and on there there's a big blue button which says book collection or something, whatever it says. And then it's all in one place, and I can see who's due when, and I can get your stuff ready by the door, ready to load up. That saves you time hanging around as well. So that's that Monday, Tuesday at Godmanchester. Saturday morning, 11 till 12, Leamington. Obviously, I need to know because I need to load the stuff on the van. Friday night, because I'm not back to the TV job until Friday night. So it's going to be a knackering week for me again, but never mind. And then Sunday back at Godmanchester again. So you can book in Monday, Tuesday and Sunday. Time slot on the link. Saturday in Leamington, I can't do that on the usual link, so you will have to let me know separately about that. Super. As I say, if you're collecting stuff, then by all means bring stuff for the April collector's sale or the May slot machine sale. And we'll do it all again, if I can speak, on Tuesday night, 8:05 at the usual time. Just a brief catch up probably of where we're at with everything. And I might, in between sorting out collections tomorrow and Tuesday, try and start to get some snaps, even if they're just quick little phone snaps of some of the stuff that's in the collectibles sale. Some nice stuff in. There's some machines coming across the weekend as well. There's already 5 or 6 machines, I think, in for May. So I'll try and remember to snap those as well, and some other bits. So we can have a look at the start of the next 2 auctions. We'll have a look at those on Tuesday. Smashing. Anything else in the meantime, ping me an email or something. You know where I am. I need to go and eat. Or should we just go to bed and not eat? Would be a better idea, but there we are. I'm hungry now. So thank you all very much. I hope I all sold you all something or sold something for you, one or the other. You all had a jolly day. We'll catch up again Tuesday. That's it. I'm knackered. Nighty night, over and out.